We have heard plenty of rumors of what comes next after the Infinity Saga and the Multiverse Saga each had a central character at their core. And now, according to some brand new reports, we know who the central character of the upcoming Mutant Saga will be, and it's none other than the Scarlet Witch. So every time we talk about the Mutant Saga, I think people need to understand that this was never really confirmed by Marvel Studios. It's just something that everybody reports on as fact because they sort of leaned into it. Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige said that the mutants are definitely going to get a boost once they're done with the current, story in motion, which is the Multiverse Saga, and the mutants would be a focus going forward. Obviously, this means that we're more than likely entering the Mutant Saga, but don't confuse it for fact because it's never been 100% stated that that's what it is. Anyways, though, when it comes to the Mutant Saga, it's been reported that there's upwards of 12 projects coming at us based on different mutants. This, of course, being the proper X-Men film, which would, of course, be a reboot of the franchise, then another Deadpool, along with the likes of X-Force, a Wolverine film, and tons more. But, like every other saga, whether it was Thanos for the Infinity Saga, or Kang/now Doctor Doom for the Multiverse Saga, this saga, the Mutant Saga, is going to need a central character to base the story around. Enter the Scarlet Witch. So by now, I think most of you know that the plan is to resurrect Wanda Maximoff and make her a central character going forward. There's been some talks about possibly giving her like the powers of the Sorcerer Supreme and having her do a complete 180 in her arc and literally become like a hero again, which would track with some of the comics where she flips between hero and villain frequently, depending on what story they're doing. So if that's the case, you could see that maybe she tries to recover, she becomes sort of like a good character, but maybe then is pulled to the dark side again. And we keep hearing that there's definitely going to be an end goal of like Apocalypse, right? That he's sort of going to be like the master of everything, behind everything, so they can do a Days of Future Past again. And if that's the case, again, I think that makes sense. Wanda can be like an interim villain for an Avengers and X-Men crossover, where at the end she decides, to join them and, oh man, I really screwed up. I need help now. And it turns out that maybe she was being manipulated by, well, the one and only Apocalypse. So that would honestly be a good way to handle it, and if this turns out to be true, it looks like we're going to get a lot more Wanda, which if you're a fan of that character, sweet, and who knows what else they could pull in. I mean, maybe you start pulling in elements of the multiverse and the whole idea that maybe her father is Magneto. You could probably pull in Polaris as well, so there's some good stuff that you can tell here, a very interesting story that could unfold.